Guys, I've got my hands on the new 11-inch iPad Pro, and because of this, today we're going to have a look at what is the current state of gaming on iOS devices. So gaming on iOS has always been incredibly popular. The App Store is one of the most iconic and well-known places for downloading games on a mobile device. But in recent years, with the addition of Metal support, we are seeing more amazing games with high-end graphics and amazing vistas come to our platform. We're also seeing new hardware that have new improved chips and stunning HD displays. Because of this new hardware, we're also seeing more augmented reality games. So for this video, I'm going to be demonstrating all these games on this 11-inch iPad Pro. Doing this will give us the best ability to see what it is like to play more high-end games. And the GPU here offers Xbox One S performance, which is really remarkable. So let's get into having a look at some of the games here. Alright, so the first game we have here is Sky, which is an upcoming game. Luckily, the developers gave me a beta code for the game, so we are able to see what it offers in an early access state. It's going to be an online kind of co-op game where you can explore worlds with people and you have to kind of collect light. So this is going to be an Apple exclusive game at first. How the hell do I jump? All right, there we go. This is going to be an Apple exclusive game at first for Mac, iOS, and Apple TV, which is really cool that the developers are showing such love and dedication towards our platforms, which is really nice. This is a really breathtaking game. It's got great vistas, and there's just such small little details, like right now. They're just spinning on the ground there. But this game is a really good example of what developers are doing with the Metal API on our system, creating breathtaking vistas and just really exciting gameplay. Next, I want to talk about a new service added to the iOS App Store, which is PS4 Remote Play. This app allows you to access your PS4 wherever you go via Wi-Fi connection. You can use the on-screen controller to control your PS4. It's worth noting that a DualShock 4 controller and using your own mobile data is currently not supported on the app. But regardless, it's a great new feature if you're away from home and want to play some of your favorite PS4 games. Or if someone is using your TV and you can't use it. Alright, so up next we have Grid Autosport. So this game was ported to iOS by Feral Interactive back in 2017. However, in late 2018, this game has been heavily updated for iOS. And this is just a phenomenal game that is basically a console game that has been ported to iOS. Now, what's also good about this game is that it offers full controller support, which is great because I'm really bad at playing with just my fingers. Also with this stupid thing in my hand. So let's just pause the game and I'll get a controller that we can use, a Bluetooth one. Okay, so here we have the SteelSeries Nimbus, which is sold by Apple. I don't have a case for this iPad, so to stand it up, I'm just going to use 4 little blocks of wood. A bit unorthodox, but hey, you do what you do. This is a really great game that is demonstrating controller support here. But yeah, this is offering pretty much a console experience right here on your iOS, and it is just stunning. This game has remarkable graphics, it has card damage, and this iPad Pro is a great demonstration of the gaming power offered by Grid Autosport. Alright, so up next we have, I don't know how to play this game, but it's NBA 2K Mobile Basketball. These guys who port these games to iOS have always been great because they pretty much bring the whole fully fleshed out experience to the palm of your hands. Now this new NBA version offers great features for iOS. So NBA has seamless motion matchmaking and inverse kinematics. Now this can deliver an ultimate number of animations here, which means all fans in the background are individually rendered. All details on player bodies is just to the point. We've got sweat, we've got pinholes in jerseys, we've got great detail in the hair, and we've got actual like personal tattoos by the NBA players themselves. And it offers anti-aliasing, I think it's pronounced, and we've got HDR bloom and depth of field. This is all running at a seamless 60 frames per second here. Incredible. Alright, so the next game we have here is Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Now, I'm only going to quickly talk over this game because it has one major feature, which is that it can run at 120 frames per second on here, because this is a 120 Hertz display. So it really does show here. It is just so seamless, and if you've never experienced 120 frames, it's just remarkable compared to 60 frames. If you're into frame rates, you're in for a real treat here. Up next is Shadowgun Legends, which is my favorite first-person shooter game on iOS.
Wanna kick some alien ass?
Shadowgun Legends offers great graphics and also really exciting gameplay that is similar to Destiny. Okay, so this is the first level, but it's still a good demonstration. So this iPad Pro allows me to play at this game's ultra quality settings. So I'm playing at ultra high, 60 frames per second, and it's great. This game can also work on iOS devices ranging all the way back to like the iPad Air 2. It's very well optimized, but it does look fantastic on more high-end iOS devices, such as this iPad Pro. But yeah, this is a really great game, and as I said, it's quite similar to Destiny, being able to play online with other players, and also being able to go to different worlds, select missions. It's just it's a great, fully fleshed experience that you can expect from this game. Here we have my favorite AR game, which is Euclidean Skies. Now this game can be played in the normal mode, or obviously in the AR mode. You scan your surface, which in this instance is my table, and you can see a little bit of the set. Whoa, I'm right inside of it. So here we have, I don't know what you call this, but the level. And with this girl, you basically have to move her to the end of this path here, to the door. You can move the level around. You can move all the different axes, if that's what we call it. But let's get this girl to the end of this level. So we can spin this little dinosaur arm that way, spin her that way, move her there. I can't see where I am. Back over here. Where is she? And then I can kill this man, and then I can go into the door. And then you pretty much move on to the next level. There's also another AR game, which is Kings of Pool. Okay, so let's put the pool table right here. And as you can see, it's all stuck to the environment. And when you move around, it stays there, which is really good. So let's have a little bit of a shot here of a pool. Pull this back, bang. And in general, I'm not very good at pool. Okay, so here we have My Caterpillar, which is our next AR game. And this one is obviously a children's game, but it just gives you a really good demonstration of the AR possibilities here. And you can interact with this little caterpillar, and you can give him little toys to play with. See, it's all tracking to this table, and as you move around, it's all still there. And because of the really great camera on this iPad Pro, it's all able to track in real time. Here we have everyone's favorite iOS game. It's one of the most downloaded apps on iOS. It's obviously Fortnite. Fortnite has recently added controller support. While the iOS hand controls were fine, it is just so much better with this controller. This game is able to run at its epic quality settings, and at the epic settings for the quality, it is running at 30 frames per second, but then at high settings, it's able to run at 60 frames per second. I'm not going to play much of this game because everyone knows everything about it already. Isn't that just lovely? Isn't that just a lovely design? I would live in that if I had the chance. So the last thing I want to talk about is screen mirroring, right to a television or a display using the Apple TV. You can just go on your iOS device, screen mirroring, and then you can connect right to your display. Now, this is great because it can be just like playing a console. You can sit back on a couch and just enjoy yourself. So let's boot up NBA. Now, obviously the iPad is at an aspect ratio of 4:3. So that's why it isn't taking up the whole screen real estate, but it still looks really good in my opinion. And it really does demonstrate just how great this game does look. Let me steal your ball. Okay, nope, okay. So that is gaming on iOS today in 2019. It is pretty good. We've got some really great high-end games on this system now thanks to the addition of Metal. Metal has been around for a while, but it's getting better and better with more developers utilizing this framework to bring really great games to our system. And AR is finally starting to take off. It's not fully there yet, but we are seeing some really, creative things that companies are doing. Even if it is just a children's game, it's still really cool. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe for more content about iOS gaming. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.